Does my hair... Is my hair okay? Oh, we're on. Okay. Yeah, hello. Welcome to the channel. My name's George, and today we're going to look at another eBay purchase. I sound too excited, don't I? Today we are going to look at another eBay purchase, and this one, it's a Roberts radio. Now, all you can see on screen at the moment is a black square with some wooden ends. But if I turn it up to face the overhead camera there, you can see that it is a Roberts radio, and it's an RM40. Now, this is a base station home kitchen version of pretty much a lot of their other radios. It's AM, FM, medium long wave, VHF, bass and treble controls, nice big volume control and a big tuning knob. I have yet to try this one out. If we go to the back, you can see that the cloth material has come unstuck. Should we take the back off and have a look and see what it actually looks like inside? Let's just see if we can lever that back, and that should pop out like that. And then this should come out of the frame like that. That should come out of there. And let's take the FM aerial, which is built into the back panel, off. The reason I've taken it apart first and not powered it on first is because I don't know what the state of anything inside looks like. Now, I can see here that the transformer is dusty. In fact, the whole of the inside is fairly dusty. It seems to have 1, 2, 3 of these modules I keep hearing lots about. There's a great big filter cap down in the bottom here, that blue thing which you can just about see on the overhead camera. I don't think I'm actually particularly worried about anything going bang, so I'm going to bring in the hoppy meter. Just put this on there, and hopefully so VHF is not as sensitive as I would have thought. Let's try medium wave.
He gave us no choice.
And let's go for long wave.
Part one of the deal. Your overview. Businesses and consumers, it's what it's costing.
So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to leave it on for a little bit and get back to you shortly and see what's going on. I have yet to take one of these to bits. This is my first time, so be gentle with me, please, Roberts radio. Whatever, we're going to take it a bit and we're going to have a look and see just what this thing looks like. So I'm going to start by pulling its knobs off, like so. The veneer itself is actually in poor condition. I'm going to release the transformer board because we're probably going to need to take that out anyway. And there is rust on the screw, which to me suggests that it has been somewhere damp. Again, looking at the front panel, it isn't stuck down perfectly at either end. Oh, that's just stuck it down. So yeah, that might be a thing for me to look at as well. So let's see what we've released. Let's get rid of the aerial. That's the transformer board. And again, that screw itself has got a little bit of rust on the tip and down the threads. I'm pretty sure this must have got damp at some stage. Now, the extra speaker cable is there to allow you to pull the chassis out of the set, like that. Let's have a look at what we've actually got. So that is there, and it's loose, so that will probably need tightening. What else have we got in here? Well, we have, say, these two modules. Now, yes, they are rusty. As you can see, everything is fairly dusty in here. I'm going to test this filter capacitor and see what it measures. So where would you start with a set like this? If you've got any ideas, leave a comment down below, then I can see if your start has matched mine. My start will be, first of all, I'm going to disconnect the speaker, because I just don't need this great big block of wood not next to me like this. I just don't need it. It's in the way of the bench. I know I've got a lot of crap on the bench, but I've lost a fair bit of bench space. Are there any identifying marks on this board? Well, I can't see any on the top. Of its age? Nope, there aren't any sort of identifying marks, but hey, doesn't mean to say I won't find any when I degunk it. Front panel, again, not particularly dirty, but there's some very sticky gunk on there, so I'm going to have to clean that off. Notice that the dial cord goes in a very strange sort of pattern. It goes down, round several times, over itself, back, round the main capacitor shaft, which is well, this is here actually. That looks like a potentiometer. There's a capacitor. That will be for FM, and it will use some form of varactor diode in the FM module, is my guess, without looking at the circuit, to actually change its frequency, which is why we've got such a convoluted path for the dial cord. Let's first of all pop this speaker out. Well, I'm not going to take the speaker out, I'm just going to desolder the terminals from it. So let's put the cabinet down on the floor. The mains comes in from the switch here, which also comes in through this strain relief grommet here. That's not a problem, I can live with that. What else have we got there? That's the FM aerial. That is an auxiliary DIN socket to get to the screws that hold this bracket. Looks like I'm going to have to take off the dial face, which means I can then get to this, but I can do that with a nut driver, and I'll turn that round. Yeah, I think we're in for a recapping on this. We're going to strip it down a little bit. We're going to clean it up and see how we go. So, next step, little bit cleaning, soft brush, paintbrush, soft, nice. I have taken the faceplate off because it was the only way I could get to the screw that I needed to get this aerial out, because you can't get to the nut at the back because the bar's in the way. Yeah, it's a pain in the bum. Now what it has revealed is this capacitor here, which is a single stage capacitor. It's not a multi. It's a 25 volt 4700 microfarad filter capacitor. But what is interesting is the 75.2. Now, if I'm reading this correctly, this would be 1975 February. Now, I could be totally wrong, and again, if I am wrong and I can't read a capacitor code correctly, then comments below. Don't forget to click like and subscribe. No, shut up, not doing that yet. Here is the peak meter, here is the capacitor. Let's press on. (5,238 microfarads from a 4700). So it's gone a little bit high. Its ESR is good, pretty good. It's not leaking there. It doesn't look like it's bulged, although the vent has actually domed out. I will see what I've got to change this with, and whatever it is, it certainly won't be as large as this physically. I mean, you know, why have a big one when you can put a little one in its place? I suppose the next thing to do would be to lift up some of these other capacitors and see whether they're any good or not. So let's go for this one here, I think. Seeing as it's near the back of the board, I only need to lift the one leg. I don't need to take the whole thing out. So it's this leg here. And we're just going to do it the easy way. And the reason for only lifting one leg is because I just need to isolate it from the circuit. 818, and it's meant to be 680. One, 217, and it should be 1000. 519 should be a 470. Again, the ESR's creeping up on it though. 120 should be a 100, but the ESR is creeping up on that one as well. On this quick look over, it needs a bit more cleaning up. I think I'm going to recap it because they are creeping up. They're all getting a bit old now. I probably won't need to do much in the way of alignment because it's all these wonderful modules that you're not supposed to be able to adjust. Doesn't mean to say we can't try. I think I'm going to end this video here. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to get everything ready for a recap, get the circuit diagram first, just generally find all my bits and get that out the way before we start on anything else really, and see where we go from there. So now's the time I'm going to say, if you liked the video, click the thumbs up button. If you haven't subscribed already, do so, and then you'll see the next part of this video when I finally get round to doing it. And also, just click the bell. If you've liked this so far, then why not look at the Rambler that we did, and that shall be coming up. Oh, where shall I put it up there? I could put it up there, couldn't I? And that would be the ideal place for you to see that video. If not, YouTube will pick one for you down here. And if you want to subscribe, you can always click my ugly face down this side. So with that, I'm going to say thanks very much. We'll speak to you all soon. And we'll go for part 2 of the Roberts RM40 next time. See you later. Bye for now.